In this absolutely shocking article, a man is viciously attacked by Bigfoot in the remote wilderness. What starts out as an innocent hunting party turns into a fight for survival as the legendary Sasquatch emerges from the shadows and he gouges out a man's eye. So come with me and listen to this terrifying Bigfoot encounter unfold as the creature charges and chaos erupts in 1856 Arkansas. Hornsville Tribune, Thursday morning, May 8th, 1856. The Wild Man Again. From Paraclifta, Arkansas, along the Upper Red River, writing under the date of 28th February 1856, a correspondent of the Caddo Gazette states that the cold during the present winter has been, in that region, the severest within memory of man. The writer relates the following story of an attempt to capture the famous wild man who had been so often encountered on the borders of Arkansas and northern Louisiana. In my travels, I met a party from your county in pursuit of a wild man. They had struck his trail at a canebrake bordering Bryant Lake and the Sunflower Prairie. I learned from one of the party that the dogs ran him into the arm of the lake, which was frozen, but it was not sufficiently strong enough to bear his weight, which consequently gave way. He had, however, crossed, and the dogs, well, they were at fault. One of our party, mounted on a fleet horse coming up, encouraged the dogs to pursue, but he found it impossible to cross with his horse, and then concluded to follow the lake around until he could ascertain the direction taken by this monster of the forest. On reaching the opposite side of the bend, he was very surprised to see something in the lake that resembled a man, breaking the ice with his arms, and hastened under cover of the undergrowth to spot where he expected him to come out. He concealed himself near the place where he had a full view of him until he reached the shore, where he came out and shook himself off. He represents him as a stout, athletic man, about 6 feet 4 inches in height, but completely covered with hair of a brownish cast, about 4 to 6 inches long. He was well muscled and ran up the bank with the fleetness of a deer. He said that he could have killed him with his gun, but the object of the party being to take him alive, and hearing the horns of his comrades and the howling of the dogs on the opposite side of the lake, he concluded to ride up and head him so as to bring him to bay that they might secure their prize. The monster then tore off the saddle and bridle from the horse and destroyed them, and holding the horse by the mane, broke a short piece of sapling and mounted the animal, starting at full speed across the plains, guiding the horse with his club. The monster then tore off the saddle and bridle from the horse and destroyed them, and holding the horse by the mane, broke a short piece of sapling and mounted the animal, starting at full speed across the plains, guiding the horse with his club. A person left with the wounded man informed me that the party was still in pursuit, having been joined by a band of friendly Indians, and thought that if they could find a place in the mountains not covered with snow or canebrake in the vicinity to feed their horses, they might overtake him in a day or two. Now, I don't know about the rest of you, but my first thought was, okay, this is Bigfoot, stout, athletic man, about 6 foot 4 inches tall, completely covered with brownish hair. That completely seems probable. Then during the attack, I thought, well, maybe this is a bear, scratching out the eyes, biting at the shoulder. Some bears are known to walk upright. But then, oh, then, he rode on the horse bareback, I don't know, maybe off into the sunset, seeing as how we don't really have an outcome to the story. It's clear that something happened. But what? Let me know what you think happened in the comments sections. Bigfoot? Bear? Maybe foul play? And with that, thank you very much for your interest in the historical Sasquatch. Until next time.